How's it going, my people? This is your boy Wired Up, and welcome to another video on Wired Up TV. Hope you guys are keeping your hands on the steering wheel, keeping your eyes on the road, taking care of everything you guys gotta take care of, and staying safe and staying blessed in these crazy times of war and diseases. Okay, guys, now let's get right to it. Now, Wired Up TV team is gonna dive in to the Notorious B.I.G. murders because of the fact that I've been finding a lot of things, man, that have had me thinking. Now, on this screen, you can see on the left, Biggie, Puffy. The guy in the back with the glasses is Eugene Deal. On the right, Suge, Tupac, and the Nation of Islam, or Fruit of Islam guy, circled in blue, that was doing security at these, I believe it was the Soul Train Awards, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, they were doing security there. So, you know, this is the time, guys. You see Pac with the army fatigue was when he pulled up in a Hummer, and you know the big incident where he got in front of Biggie and was talking trash that you guys heard of many times before. On the bottom, the two pictures are the two composites that, with the help of Little C's and I believe G Money Young, I can be mistaken, but for sure it was Little C's and another person from the Biggie entourage, helped the LAPD make these two composites, which are very similar. These composites are of the shooter. Now, Little C's was sitting directly behind Biggie and seeing the guy stick his head out with the gun and shoot at Biggie. Then he ducked. The other guy also seen the murderer pull the gun out, shoot at Biggie. So both of these guys, you know, made this composite. Now, this is something I want to talk about. Okay? You guys have checked out the last video that I told you guys to check out, where, you know, we play some audio and show you guys where to go to, you know, find this audio of, first of all, Greg Kading's talking about that on September March the 7th, 2 days prior to Biggie getting killed, they had a big altercation at an award show, I think at the Soul Train Awards as well, I think, or anyways, it was an award show in LA, guys, on March 7th, 1997, 2 days before Biggie got shot, and they had a confrontation with the Fruit of Islam, Nation of Islam guys that were doing security there too. And basically it was a big altercation. Gene Deal has spoke about this before on a Vlad TV interview and plenty of other interviews and documentaries and stuff. And Greg Kading talks about this as well. So it's not a secret that, you know, this altercation happened. Now, I've been a long time believer of the Greg Kading findings, the theory, you know, the murder rap findings, but I've always had a problem with the with the Biggie thing. Now, I agree with the Tupac thing; makes a lot of sense. You know, it's believable, realistic. That happens every day. You know what I mean? Tupac basically hit the wrong Crip, and that Crip was already getting investigated for murders and other stuff. And basically, the Crip came back and retaliated and shot Tupac. That's very believable. Plenty of evidence that supports that theory. Makes a lot of sense. But the Poochie theory does not. Now, I don't know about you guys. I grew up in Huntington Park in LA and Southgate, which both little cities are right next to Compton and Watts. Okay? I had two aunts that lived in Compton, and we were there at least 30-40 times a year at family parties, after church, just to go sleep over. So I was in Compton a lot. Okay? And you know, I have a black uncle that's married to one of my aunts, and you know, he went to Compton High, he went to middle school in Hostler and all that stuff in Linwood, so he got to see Suge Knight before and all that stuff, and I got to see a lot of his family members were actually Bloods. So I grew up seeing all this stuff, and I've never seen a Blood, and even the OGs dress up like Muslims to commit any crimes. Okay? Now, what I've seen a lot, and especially the youngsters, to commit any crimes. Now, if you look up a lot of pictures of Poochie, which I'm going to post up right now, you never even see him dressing up close to a Muslim, having a bowl cut and a bow tie. Okay, so here they are, guys. On the left is Poochie. It's a mugshot from jail. And I even put the composite shot. It looks nothing like Poochie. Okay, on the left, on the right side, you see Suge right there standing up, and Poochie kneeling down wearing the lokes, the shades. Okay, so that's two pictures of Poochie right there. You see him right there with Suge. Okay, and then on the left, right next to the composite shot, that's Poochie. Okay, he looks nothing like the composite shot, guys, in my personal opinion. Now, where am I going with this? Okay, they had an altercation just like the Tupac shooting, guys. How simple it was, how many people I said it's simple, you know. Guys, the nation of it, you know, the fruit of Islam, and these extreme Islamic factions have been watched by the FBI for years, since Malcolm X. Okay, and they know, I mean, you know, it's no secret that everybody thinks, and you know, I don't see no other theory that makes any sense more than that the Nation of Islam killed Malcolm X. These guys are killers, man. Okay, don't get it twisted. So I'm thinking they had an altercation with Biggie. So yeah, they had an altercation with Puffy, Biggie, and Gene Deal on March 7th. It was completely disrespectful. Do your research. And I think March 9th, they got even. Now, it's no secret that Fruit of Islam, Nation of Islam were around the Peterson Museum that night at the vibe party. So, I mean, guys, that just makes the most sense. Poochie does not look like the Muslim guy, and like I said, maybe you guys could correct me. I'm still looking for this proof. If you guys can find it, we'll make a video of it and we'll retract what we're saying. But I have not found any proof that any Bloods in the 90s were dressing up as Muslims to commit any crimes, not only murders, any robberies or anything like that. Now, I've reached out to Greg Kading, and he has not reached out back to me to see maybe he can find some paperwork that I can show you guys that actually does prove that there were Bloods and Crips dressing up as Muslims to commit crimes, murders and robberies and stuff like that. But he has not reached out to me yet. So, Greg Kading's a real stand-up guy. I'm pretty sure once he has time, he will reach out to me. Big shout-out to Greg Kading. Like I said, I've always believed what he says, all his findings of Tupac killings and all that. This one always, not saying that it just always messed with me, man. I just never could believe 100% that it was Poochie that did it. It always messed with my mind. I always thought there was something else in there, something bigger. Now, another theory that I've come across a lot that makes a little sense is this too. Now, hear me out real quick, okay, guys? All right, Tupac had just been killed, right? The rap industry was going crazy. Now, it's no secret that Puffy and Snoop Dogg had a big old meeting, a big old meeting and assembly with the Nation of Islam and the Fruit of Islam. Okay, it's no secret. Do your research. Okay, I'm thinking that they got at Suge Knight and asked him, Suge, are you still holding remorse against Puffy and that? Because the rap game, if we keep killing each other, all right, in the 90s, it was just becoming a conglomerate. It was just becoming profitable. If we keep killing each other, these white folks ain't gonna mess with us. And this is the way that people that can't play basketball, they're not over 6 feet tall, black African Americans that can't play basketball, that can't do this, that can't do that, can become rich and buy stuff in our society. We don't want to ruin this. They went to Suge and asked him, Suge, are you upset? Suge said yes. They killed Tupac. They actually killed my other homeboy, and I blame it on Puff. And they said, okay, Suge, what can we do to squash this so these brothers can keep making their money? And I believe Suge probably said, I want him dead. So they said, okay, Suge, don't worry about it. You're in jail or whatever. Maybe this even happened before he even went to jail. okay? Shit, don't worry about it. Don't get your hands dirty. You're about to go to jail for the whole Orlando kicking stuff. Lay low, okay? We're gonna handle this. And then I believe the Nation of Islam, you know, in March 7th, probably try to get him there, probably try to confront him right there. You know, things got heated and they went their own ways. But I believe the Nation of Islam spoke to Suge. They asked him, Suge, calm down. We don't want you ruining the rap game with all these killings. What can we do to squash this? Suge said, I want him dead. They said, we'll take care of it. And that's how they killed Biggie. I believe they were probably trying to get both Biggie and Puffy, but one of them would do the trick. Either one would satisfy Suge Knight. And that's what I believe also could have happened. Now, I'm not 100% telling you guys that's what happened, but that's a theory that's been tossed around, that people have talked to me about it, and it makes a little sense. Now, until we find something that shows us that the Bloods were dressing up as Muslims, whacking people or committing robberies in the 90s, that's where I'm going to stick with, I guess, for now. But if you guys can find any news articles, any information on the FBI bolts or anything that you can show me that there was Bloods or Crips, but morally Bloods in Compton area, you know, that would, you know, that would put a stamp on the Greg Kading theory and prove him correct. That Bloods in Compton or Bloods, you know, in the mid-90s to late 90s were dressing up as Muslims to commit crimes. Find me a couple of them or even one. Then we'll retract this and we'll put up that information, because we're here to find the truth on Wired Up TV. We're open to all theories here, okay? So, like I said, I reached out to Greg. I still haven't heard anything from him. He is a busy man, but he's a man of his word. He's always gotten back to me and always responded to me like a true man. So, shout out to Greg Kading again. But if you guys can find any information, guys, send it to my email, okay? I will post it up right here so you guys can send that information to the email. You know, photo, just send it to me. A photo, a picture of it, an audio of it, whatever. Okay, guys, keep your head up. I love those who love me. And you guys make up your mind on what you guys think about these theories. Okay, guys, stay wired up. And I love y'all so much. We'll drop 2 more videos this week. Peace out, guys.